What is good, yo? It's your boy Ty back here with another video, and in this video today we are going to be talking about the $250,000 MyTeam tournament, what there is to know about everything within it. Now 2K released some tweets. Now I'm going to be breaking them down. There's two separate tweets that they released that I'm going to kind of be breaking down to you guys, or two graphics they released, what they mean. And I've got a lot of questions in my DMs about this, and so I'm going to be explaining this to you guys. Now, before we dive into it any further, if you are new to my channel and have not yet, please consider smashing that subscribe button as we're on the road to 80,000 subscribers. So this is the what you need to know kind of graphic release from 2K. It says, reach the Emerald Unlimited tier to qualify for each game day. So if you want to play on October 16th on your respective console and generation, you've got to get to at least the Emerald tier, otherwise you will not be eligible, okay? There's 4 total game days, obviously the 16th of October, 25th of November, 8th of January, and then February 19th as well. It says contestants per console generation who will advance to a single elimination tournament scheduled for March 5th on current, which is current gen, and March 6th, which is next gen. So, kind of a summary of this. There's 4 different qualifiers every 6 weeks. It's going to be 4 people from each qualifier, totaling the 16. It's going to be 16 people on PlayStation current gen, 16 people on PlayStation next gen, and it's the same thing for Xbox. So there is going to be a total of 64 total spots available, 32 on current gen, 32 on next gen. Now, 4 finalists, or 4 spots, it might be only 3 finalists, 2 finalists, it depends. 2 per console generation who will compete in the final scheduled for March 19th. So, kind of a summary here, okay? 4 finalists. There's going to be 2 from current gen, 1 Xbox, 1 PlayStation, 2 from next gen, 1 Xbox, 1 PlayStation. It could be the same person, but probably won't be. 400,000 is the grand prize pool. 200,000 awarded to each winner of the tournament final, and 100,000 to the runner-up, which is the runner-up prize pool. 50,000 per console. So, to answer the question, are the qualifiers at the same time? Well, it doesn't really say in this graphic, but my answer to that is yes, okay? And just know that if you don't reach the Emerald tier, I know even if you hate Unlimited, but if you don't reach the Emerald tier, you're not eligible to compete at all. There are 4 different dates, so if you have work on one of these days, whatever, you're still gonna have more dates that you can qualify. But those are the qualifying days. Now, this is the other graphic, okay? This is the game day 1 graphic, the one that is specific to this upcoming weekend, which is October 16th. It says 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific time. So, Pacific time obviously means, I think this is 1 Eastern time to 5 Eastern time. If I have my puppies in order, that's what it should be. So, I mean, 12 Central time to 4 Central time for me is what it is. And again, you have to reach the Emerald tier by Saturday. So the big question mark is, can I qualify on both current or next gen? Or are there qualifiers at the same time? And the sad part is they are. The sad part is qualifiers are at the same time. So you have to choose whether you want to qualify on current gen or next gen. And quite honestly, it's a decision everybody has to make. So it's not like, okay, I can maybe, do. Everybody has to choose, okay? And I think it's one of those things, like, I don't know if you lose on current gen, can you go to next gen? Let's say I lose my first game on current gen, can I go on next gen and play? I don't necessarily have the answer to that. But what I can say is that you do have to pick. It's not like there's different hours for this. You have to pick and you have to make your decision. And there's not a right or wrong answer. I mean, just in my opinion, play whatever you're more comfortable with, whatever you have more fun with, and just see what happens. There's a short number, probably 5% of you guys watching this video that has a legitimate chance to qualify for $250,000. Now, if you're watching this video like, hey, that's offensive, I'm just saying, do this to have fun. Don't try to qualify and put all this pressure on yourself and because you might get an error code. Quite honestly, there's going to be people on Saturday that probably get an error code. Quite honestly, there's going to be people that their Xbox spikes during the game and then it's unplayable. So you just got to control what you can control. And honestly, I think a big part of that is just having the right mindset going into quals. You don't need to spend all your MT getting the best cards of the game. Look, yes, a guy like, Carmelo Anthony can help. Yes, a guy like Isaiah Thomas is going to help. but it's probably not going to be the difference between you qualifying and not. Heck, if you want to run Josh Smith at center, he can hold it down. So don't just go crazy spending all your MT, spending VC on packs, because trust me when I say it's just not worth it. Now for qualifiers this weekend, there's been a lot of other questions, okay? One of the questions is, are you going to be allowed to run free agent cards? I don't know. Last year you were able to. I've talked to some people that say this year it's not going to happen. I pray that you're not allowed to. That's all I can really say. But that's really it. To finish in the top 4 place on the leaderboard for either track on either Xbox or PS, I think track means current gen or next gen, you would likely need to win as many qualifying games as possible. You will receive a score for each completed qualifying game based on a combination of factors, algorithm, including the quality of your roster, the quality of your opponent's roster, quality of your performance. So, like, if you've never played in quals before, it's not just you got to win the game. Look, if you want to qualify, you're going to need to force some quits. You're going to need to play some good opponents as well. So, a lot of people are like, Ty, should you run your best squad in the game or should you run a 5-man? Should you maybe try cheesing the system? Look, I'm telling you guys, run your best 10. That's what I can tell you guys. From my experience in qualifying and playing in 250K, run your best 10. So it says scores for each completed qualifying game during a game day will contribute to your total score. Upon losing a qualifying game, your entry will conclude. So basically, if you lose, you're done. Your entries will expire. So you got to basically pray you don't get an error code, because once you get an error code, you're done. The 4 entrants with the highest total scores on each platform for each track, current gen, next gen, the end of each game day will be declared potential qualifiers and will be eligible. That's the thing, will be eligible. You still got to get that email, okay? You got to get confirmed. Here's a big one, okay? Gameplay disqualification, because last year was the first year that we ever really saw people get disqualified in a sense, like people who finished top 4, top 5, top 6 that didn't get their emails. Entrants may be disqualified if sponsor detects that an entrant did not complete the game by quitting, powering down, disconnecting from the internet, or excessive penalties. For clarity, if an entrant disconnects, that entrant may be disqualified and banned from that game day. I don't know exactly what they're talking about here, but a ban would eliminate the entrant from participating in any further qualifying games on that game day. In the event that an entrant disconnects from the server at any point during a qualifying game, the entrant will be deemed the loser of that qualifying game. Yeah, that's definitely true. So, you better make sure your internet is up to par. What I would say is just know, people are going to get error coded and it's not going to be that person's fault. And 2K does not care. They're going to be breaking down kind of once the tournament happens, because you guys got to know what you're getting yourself into. So 16 tournaments on PlayStation, 16 on Xbox. You can see current gen's first, next gen's the following day. All those games are single elimination, except for the championship, obviously is best of 3, and it's on the PlayStation console. So if you do play on Xbox, just know if you make it to the championship, you're going to be playing on PlayStation. Don't be surprised when that is the case. Again, it does say I think it's going to be online unless that changes, which is kind of sad to me. I was hoping it would be in person. Live championship scheduled to take place online. Both are scheduled to take place online, actually the same day. So imagine you qualify or you make the finals on both current and next gen. You got to play on the same day, which is crazy to me. But all of it is subject to change. So again, it really comes down to 2K. 2K can really disqualify you at any point, and it says that right in the rules. By Saturday, you must get to at least the Emerald tier. You've got to be ready to play for 4 hours. And remember, during the first qualifier last year, it got delayed about 2 hours because the servers were messed up. So expect the unexpected and expect to really prepare for anything. Okay, but 4 hours, you got to be ready to sweat. You got to be prepared for anything. If you get error coded, part of it. I got error coded during the first qualifier last year, and 2K does not seem to care. But if you control what you can control, and that's all that happens, and if you go in with the mindset of just having fun with it, I guarantee you're just going to have fun with it, right? If you lose, you lose. So what? There's 3 other qualifiers, man. And at the end of the day, the majority of you guys are just going to probably play this for fun anyway. So that's just part of it, right? Obviously, you want to qualify, and it's super cool to qualify. But don't put that extra pressure on yourself. I don't put that pressure on myself to qualify, right? I just try to have fun with it, so neither should you guys. But hopefully this video kind of helps you guys. If you're wondering, what do qualifiers even entail? What do they look like? Well, just expect Saturday, October 16th. from 1 Eastern time to 5 Eastern time, you're going to be sitting on the game, seeing how many wins you can get. You're going to have to get 20 or 25 wins at least if you want a chance to qualify. So again, if you can't, go 20-0 to start the game, and you can't, it's going to be tough for you to qualify. It's just the way it's going to be. Not everybody qualifies, and that's just part of it. Got to be pretty solid for those 4 hours. It's more mentally exhausting than anything, so make sure you get some water, some snacks, whatever by you, so you're ready for that 4-hour grind. But that is gonna wrap it up for our video today, guys. Hopefully you did enjoy it. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.